way to kick off the holiday weekend as the Grand Canyon University women's soccer team takes the field tonight against their in-state rival Lumberjacks of Northern Arizona University. Welcome inside Grand Canyon University, state-of-the-art, brand-new stadium, and I am Kate Longworth, and you're dialed in right now to Division I women's soccer right here on the CW6. Well, just last Friday, under the lights, the men's soccer team welcomed their home opener here on the state-of-the-art facilities. It was an exciting night under the lights, a big crowd on hand, and oh yeah, they got the big W as well. And tonight, the women trying to do the same. And if you've had a stressful week anticipating this big weekend, maybe you battled some traffic or the crowds at the stores to get ready for that extra day off, well, I invite you now to just sit back, relax, and let the Lopes do the work as they try to get in the win column for the first time this season against their in-state rival.
We've always had a big rivalry with NAU, just two teams that really compete against each other, pretty close in skill level. We're just going to try and go out there, keep possession, win as many tackles as we can, score a few goals, get our first win.
We're really looking forward to Friday. It's going to be a fun game. It's the in-state rivalry, that's for sure. It's going to be intense. It's probably going to be a lot of fighting on the field, girls going down, and that's what makes soccer fun. So we're really trying to go out there and win the state of Arizona.
So there you have it. Bragging rights are on the line, and obviously the women tonight on the big stage here as they continue this three-game homestand. They want to go out there and get that win. That first win can always be a tough one to get, but after that, hopefully it will be smooth sailing. And speaking of smooth sailing, let's welcome in the captains of our show, Barry Patel and Kendra D. St. Aubin. And thank you so much, guys, for being here. Kendra, welcome back.
Thank you.
And you guys take it away. What's in store for us tonight?
Well, it should be a great matchup. Two teams really looking for their identities early on this season. Kendra, welcome back first off. And what do you think of the new digs here at GCU Stadium?
Unbelievable. That's the beauty of Twitter, right? I'm on the road. I'm away from you guys. I get to follow the men's opener last week, 6,000 plus for the men's game. Just a phenomenal stadium.
Well, let's talk about the women's team. We talked all about the men just about a week ago and their big win over Central Florida as they take on NAU. Their first-year head coach is Derek Leader, 20 years of coaching experience.
Well, and it's going to be key for him to bring that experience to this team because it's a new team to him. They're new to him, he's new to them, and they have to figure out what style is going to work with the players that he has. Right now, struggling to find a way to score goals, struggling to find a way to really keep the ball. So he's going to have to find a way to get this group together and see what they can accomplish. We all know, though, in-state rivalries,
oh, yeah.
Everything previous really goes out the window.
Amp it up a little bit. Well, let's talk about some of the players that Derek Leader has. Madison Cox, a real solid center back.
Well, and a center back who can also score goals.
Oh, yeah.
If there is anything that a coach loves, it's a player that can be very versatile. Madison Cox, the junior defender, 2 goals on the season in the 4 games that she's played. And when she's gassed, because she goes 100 miles an hour all the time and she's got that speed, why not throw her up top and see what she can do? 6 shots on the season as well, so just one of those dynamic, versatile players that coach could really take advantage of this season.
Now up front, we transition to Mila Benedetti from Vancouver, Washington, a natural goal scorer.
A natural goal scorer, and coach just waiting for her to really hit her stride and get in the groove in that goal scoring column. You can see right there, one of the leaders, just a great kid. She's not afraid to get in on those tackles. And of course, she loves to play centrally, but he's sticking her a little bit out wide because there's some space there where she can find the ball and get the ball. Maybe those defenses lose track of where she's at. So I think she's one of those players, goals come in bunches. She gets one, more are sure to follow.
Andre Luciano in his 16th season as head coach of the NAU Lumberjacks. They were 9-8-2 a year ago, but they lose 4 all Big Sky players. 26 of 36 are undergrads.
Well, and it's tough to replace that talent and, of course, that senior leadership. So, this coach has a different problem on his hands. A lot of youngsters coming up, having to step in and fill that void.
And some of them right here from the Valley. Missy Kettlecamp played at Pinnacle with the Pioneers in Phoenix. She's a goal scorer for Andre Luciano.
Well, she's a goal scorer in the fact that she can step up and take the reins as one of those leaders. She's a redshirt junior defender, just a dominant center back, a fantastic player, really organizes that back line, keeps everybody in check, just a proficient player, very technical on the ball, and an important key piece for this NAU Lumberjack team.
Well, when we talk about both coaches, or we did this past week, we talked about the really abbreviated preseason that college soccer has. Coach Leader in his first season really trying to get a feel for his team while Coach Luciano is up in the elevation training his team. Perhaps they might have the edge here tonight. We'll see.
Well, you've got the heat which, GCU can take advantage of, but NAU, yes, absolutely, with that elevation, that might help out the lungs a little bit.
All right, Kate, we'll send it back down to you.
Well, guys, actually just carrying off of what you were talking about, Kendra, I wonder to you, what do you think is the key when your fitness not quite there, as we were talking about, it is an abbreviated preseason for this team. So if the conditioning's not exactly there, what style play do you think the Lopes should defer to so they can go out there and make things happen?
Well, I think the key is keeping the ball. There's nothing that tires you out more as a player than chasing the ball and constantly defending. So find a way to keep the ball, keep possession, play the simple pass, see what you see in front of you, and keep possession as you move up the field. The second you win it, find that first pass and transition into offense.
All right, we'll see how it all plays out. Let the ball do the work. Kendra, we'll see you at the top of the hour. Barry, don't go too far because you're going to be sitting down with the leader of the pack. That's right. Right after this, Derek Leader and Barry Mattel go one-on-one to talk about tonight's matchup. What will be the keys to victory? And what happens when you have an in-state rival? As we said, everything goes out the door, or does it? We'll tell you right after this.
Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and restaurant. Experience a University Championship golf course this summer with great rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com. GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light, so we can give our students the competitive edge they need to succeed. And now, GCU is leading in the areas of computer science and IT. We prepare students to meet the demands of the fastest growing industry through our innovative IT programs in our College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Using the latest real-world tools and an adaptive curriculum, GCU gives students the education they need today to excel in their careers tomorrow. Join the most inventive concept in education right now and position yourself for a future in the expanding world of IT. GCU offers fast-track options with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, systems architecture, and business analytics. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show, coming to you from GCU Stadium before the Lopes take on their intrastate rival, the NAU Lumberjacks. Barry Buttel alongside the head coach of the GCU women's soccer team, Derek Leader. Derek, thanks so much for joining us here in the pregame show. And here we are with the beautiful GCU Stadium as our backdrop. What do you think about this new place?
Unbelievable place. It's fantastic to play here. This is tremendous for our young ladies.
It's got to help not only the current players, but also for recruiting and putting this Division I program on the map.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just getting started. We're just trying to get on the map with our recruiting, and we've been out there doing that, and we're really excited, and we're excited for tonight's match.
Derek, it's your first year at the helm here. You hit it running, no doubt. And can you talk a little bit about your philosophy, your program goals?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to change the style that we play. We're trying to put the ball on the ground and build as much as possible. We're trying to talk about our frequency of passes, and it's a process. It's going to take a while for us to be able to do that and be confident with that, but the young ladies, they believe in what we're doing, and they're excited.
Your transition, obviously, starting out here 0-4, you come in against NAU. Can you talk about the first few games under your belt?
Every match has been tough, and we've been in every match, and that's the biggest challenge for us, is to continue to believe. We haven't been, we've been able to play with everybody that we've played in. We've lost in overtime, but, I got a good feeling about tonight, and it's fantastic to have NAU team right down the road, interstate rival, so we're ready.
I mentioned you hit it running, but boy, even in women's soccer, for any team, it is really tough because the preseasons are very short, and you've got to hit it running and gunning right off the beginning of the season.
Yeah, essentially, we went away for preseason, but we didn't have long. We went away for 8 days. We had about 12 days to get ready, and for the players that didn't come in fit, it's been a tough challenge for them.
One player that is trying to come back from an injury and trying to regain that conditioning is Maria Monteroso. She's an offensive threat.
Maria's fantastic, and she's doing well coming off her ACL. She will come off the bench like she's been doing for us, and game after game she's been getting more comfortable on the ball and doing very well.
And then Mila Benedetti, another player, obviously, that will add some offense to your roster.
Yep, Mila's played central for us. She's played wide for us as a winger, and we're really looking for her. She can threaten the opposition and take people on. She can get crosses off, and definitely got plenty of shots off last week. We're just waiting for them to find the back of the net.
And another player to talk about before this game this evening is Mackenzie Cook.
Mackenzie is our workhorse. She is just relentless. You may see her up top if we need her, but she plays our holding midfield position.
And then, you do have some veterans, some upperclassmen, but one freshman seems to be kind of making some noise here early on, and that's Fiona Samadurov.
Yeah, Fiona's done great for us. She plays our left back position. She might find herself higher up on the field tonight as well, but she has done fantastic, stepping in as a freshman, arriving here fit, ready to go.
And it's always important to have somebody that has seen some action in goal, and that's Blakely Frosch. She has definitely been a stalwart back as the goalkeeper.
Blakely comes with tremendous athletic ability. She provides wonderful leadership for us. She does a great job on the field, and she's just somebody that we look forward to, that we count on, and she's got some great leadership. So one of our coaching staff, our goalkeeper coach, is Jordan Day, young goalkeeper coach who recently played at Texas A&M, and I think Blakely is benefiting from having someone like that help her out.
That's a great point, having Jordan on your staff, helping out the goalkeepers. And then Mallory Rutledge, who played at LSU. Obviously, your assistant was with you at Georgia State. Talk a little bit about her as well.
She's fantastic. We've been together a long time. She's with me at Georgia State. She was a phenomenal player. But I think both coaches provide excellent leadership and mentorship to our team.
And your schedule, you've got NAU coming in here, then a couple of days from now you got Northern Colorado, you got Oklahoma visiting GCU as well, and then you talk about the WAC opponents too, UTRGV and Utah Valley and Cal State Bakersfield.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're going away next weekend, actually back to NAU for a tournament where we get to play New Mexico and Illinois, Chicago, but the big game at home is against Oklahoma. We're looking forward to that. That's a great opportunity for our team, and then really the WAC conference gets the start.
NAU comes in, the Lumberjacks. They've won one game this season as they roll in 1-3. What do you see from Luciano and his team here tonight?
They present challenges. They've got two systems that they've been playing. They've been playing with two forwards, and they'll switch in the middle of the game to three forwards, so it'll present some challenges for us, but we're prepared.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Derek Leader, head coach of the women's soccer team here at GCU. Stay with us. More of the Lopes pregame show rolls along right here on CW6.
There's a surge of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for greatness. We do not accept defeat. We will not disappoint. We will not quit. We are the intensity brewing in the heart of Phoenix. We are the Lopes rising. Come watch us defend our house against Louisville, San Diego State, and rival New Mexico State. Catch all the family-friendly entertainment. Games will sell out. Get your basketball season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692. GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Programming alert. Be sure to tune in to the CW6 on October 8th at 6:30 p.m. when the GCU men's soccer team, led by head coach Shellis Heineman, hosts the Falcons from the Air Force Academy in a Western Athletic Conference matchup. The Lopes pregame show starts at 6:30 and then we kick off the game at 7. GCU men's soccer on the CW6. And I'm Kate Longworth, and you're tuned in right now to the CW6 as we bring you action from women's Division I soccer. And I'm joined now by Grand Canyon University head swim coach of both the men and women, Steve Schaefer. Thank you so much for being here. And first, let's just talk about the season you guys had last year. Both teams, both sides, finishing third in the WAC.
Yeah, it was a very good season for us. We like to keep improving. It was a move up in place for both the men and the women. The women were just a disqualified relay short of second place, so they ended up well. Two of our guys would have gone to NC2As, so it was a good year.
Yeah, and you guys have a great mix coming back. Some strong veteran presence, as well as some dynamic freshmen already getting some accolades preseason, being named to some polls. Just take us through who we should be on the watch for this year.
On the men's side, for returners, we've got Mark Nikolaev and Daniel Antipov. Both guys would have gone to NC2As last year. Daniel's time at WACs would have placed 12th at NC2A championships, so looking for them to kind of lead the charge. On the women's side, we have Giovanna Cones coming back and Estella Davis-Ortiz kind of leading us as we redshirt our other best swimmer, Relina Glavnik. On the freshman side, Alyssa Christensen is one of our top recruits, and we look for her to do some great things. On the men's side, we have a Ukrainian guy named Bogdan Plavin and a young man from Israel named Aran Bear, both who should help us a lot.
And so you're welcoming in some great athletes, and I just want to welcome you back to the States because you were in Rio for the month of August. Take me through how that experience unfolded and you got to be a part of the Olympic experience.
That was great. I was smart and recruited from an obscure country. We have a swimmer named Jade Howard, and she's from Zambia. And she was able to make the Olympics on what they call universality selection. So the fastest woman and the fastest man from Zambia gets to go. And so Jade got to go. I gave her choice of any coach. I did not threaten her scholarship by any means. And she asked me to go with her, and it kind of fulfilled a 48-year dream of mine to be able to go to the opening ceremonies.
I can't even imagine what that experience was like, but what was it like for you personally, and then too for the sport of swimming? I think when you come off the Olympics, so many sports now have such an awareness and excitement here. So how do you kind of use that to fuel your sport in the community and here on the university?
Well, for us, the whole Olympic experience, for me personally, it was just fantastic to see Jade do well there, swim a best time, set a Zambian record. We were pleased about that. And to be successful there helps our program, say we know we can do well at the Olympics. In the future, that'll help us with our recruiting. We're already looking, it motivates our swimmers. We're already looking forward to Tokyo and going to 2020. So.
How do you do this recruiting that is strong here in the state, also nationally, but also such an international contingency?
I answer email. Kids from all over the world email us and are looking for opportunities, and we know what kind of times we're looking for. We'll watch them on video. We have a few contacts over in different countries and continents that help us out a little bit, but it's really just a lot of communicating.
Yeah, and a great experience for them when they come here and you see the success they can have with the program. So I know your coaching staff is very important to you as well. Take me through this new hire.
We had hired one new coach on, Stacy Seichman, and she's going to help us out with recruiting. She's had a lot of experience locally as a club coach, and it's very helpful to have a woman on staff now, and we're thankful for her. She's been a life coach, so she's going to bring a lot of unique skills to the table that we're going to value quite a bit.
Yeah, and her local ties to the Valley, obviously a key. And then when you look at the schedule so far this season, what's standing out to you? What's circled on that calendar?
We have one home meet this year, and we have UNLV coming in, and they're one of the top teams that we compete against in the conference, so that's a big meet for us. And then just starting off the year, we go to Florida Gulf Coast, and we take 12 of our best men, 12 of our best women, and we're going to kind of duel it out with a lot of really good teams from back east. So.
We wish you the best of luck. Congratulations on Rio. Hold those memories and make some more this year with the Lopes.
Thanks very much.
Thank you for joining us. And don't go anywhere. You're still watching Division I soccer right here on the CW6. When we come back, it's the Flag Frenzy and much, much more. We will relive the week that was. That's Welcome Week here on Grand Canyon University campus. We'll relive it all, including that big soccer game.
Founded on the belief that the entrepreneurial dream is an engine that drives innovation forward in a global marketplace, the Colangelo College of Business educates and develops values-driven business leaders. Our graduates exemplify the principles of servant leadership and entrepreneurship. GCU's strong Christian identity informs the education you receive, integrating our Christian values with the business curriculum. The college features more than 25 programs from the bachelor through the master's level, catering to traditional, evening, and online students. These programs serve a diverse set of aspiring business professionals who not only learn in the classroom, but gain real-world experience operating actual businesses. Our students also receive unique access to Jerry Colangelo's legendary experience, leadership, and connections throughout the business world. Find out more at gcu.edu/business.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
The Havocs are in the house. You're watching Division I soccer here on the CW6, and as you see the student population here on campus, well, they're invading this state-of-the-art stadium. This happening just right now, moments ago, as the fans flocked in here. One of the craziest student sections you can witness here in person, and if you're watching at home right now, well, we'll try to just bring you inside so you can feel the electricity here. And if you're watching at home, we want to remind you to like us on social media, both on Instagram and Twitter, using that hashtag #LopesRising. I'm Kate Longworth, and thank you for joining us tonight as we get you ready for kickoff tonight with the women's soccer team. The women still looking for that first win of the season. But last week, right here, we saw the men kick off their home season here. They started it off with a big W, and that was capitalizing what was an incredible week here on campus. That was Welcome Week, where the campus welcomed in 7,000 new students, and now the population attending classes here on campus is up to 17,000. It's incredible as these students start what could be a journey of a lifetime. Take a look. Over 1,600 volunteers helped the new students move in to their homes here on campus, and now they're ready to get the show on the road. They started classes on last Monday. Of course, they get this Monday off. And how are we helping you kick off the holiday weekend? Well, with a little soccer action. We'll be right back after this with kickoff to Division I women's soccer right here on the CW6.
At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692. There's a swell of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for their season and they're ready for action. The only NCAA D1 men's soccer team in the state will dominate the field at our brand new state-of-the-art 6,000-seat soccer stadium. Former MLS Coach of the Year, head soccer coach Shellis Hyman, leads this all-star squad at the epicenter for soccer in the state. Come catch all the family-friendly excitement. Games will sell out. Get your GCU season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
All right, well, it was a wonderful night under the lights just last Friday as the men's soccer team kicked off their home season with that big victory. Now the women trying to do the same as they continue this 3-game homestand, hoping for a victory tonight. Now let's take a look at what's intended for the season ahead. We're going to look at the preseason polls from the WAC right now. Seattle University coming in on top right now. And Utah Valley, they both received 46 votes in that coaches poll. UMKC in 3rd, CSU Bakersfield in 4th, Grand Canyon with 27 votes in 5th, followed by New Mexico State, UTRGV, and Chicago State. All right, well, we are getting you ready here for kickoff. The scene is set. We saw how exciting it could be last Friday. The Havocs are in town now, ready for this, and we are ready to kick off the action. And so, to bring us everything that is women's soccer Division I right here on the CW6, I turn things over to my broadcasting partners, Barry, Kendra. Take it away. Count us down to kickoff. We're ready to go. Trying to leave it there.
Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to GCU Stadium, where tonight the Lopes host their neighbors from the north, the NAU Lumberjacks. Hello and welcome to GCU Stadium on the campus of Grand Canyon University. Barry Vitale alongside former Golden Gopher standout Kendra D. St. Aubin. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Kendra, great to see you here back on campus. What do you think of the new digs here, the GCU Stadium?
Unbelievable. Absolutely beautiful. I'm excited to get this going and a beautiful night for soccer.
GCU coming in 0-4. Derek Leader in his first year as head coach, looking for some answers because he's trying to get familiar with his team.
He is, and they're trying to get familiar with him. He's trying to put in a new style of play, maybe a little bit more possession, less direct, but he's got to remember those players were recruited to play direct, not a possession style necessarily. So they're both kind of learning the ins and outs of their style as they continue to move forward.
Well, let's talk about one of his players, Madison Cox. Boy, she is a solid center back.
Well, and she's going to be one of those players that's going to need to continue to step up. We talk about her being a solid center back. She can get it done on the defensive end, but how about the offensive end of the field? She's got 2 goals on the season for this team that is struggling to find a way to score. She's got lots of speed. He said, when she gets a little bit gassed, I'll put her up top and see what she can do. Well, you might want to keep doing that because so far it's working.
Well, one player that is up top, Mila Benedetti, the junior, she is a natural goal scorer.
Well, and he's just trying to find a way to get her going. I think it's one of those players that she scores 1 goal and more are going to come. Goals come in bunches for a player like this, and she's a leader, but a quiet leader, not very vocal. She can play a little bit on the outside, likes to play central, but if she sticks around the outside, there's more space there. She can find a way to get the ball. And again, just one of those players that's going to need to get this team going offensively, because we know sometimes the best offense comes from good defense, and it just goes around in a cycle.
Andre Luciano is his 16th season as head coach of the NAU Lumberjacks. Missy Kettlecamp, a player that we'll be talking about through the evening tonight from Pinnacle High School right here in Phoenix.
Anytime you have a rivalry game and you've got the 2 in-state teams, you like to have the local players being highlighted, and she deserves it. She is a dominant center back, just a fantastic player. She organizes that back line. She's a vocal player and a lot of leadership from her, so it's fun to see her come down here to the Valley and get in front of her home family and her home crowd.
Oh, you know they'll be amped up. Some of the local players playing for NAU. Well, it's time now for this game to get started. So let's go to our prayer and our national anthem here at GCU Stadium.
Please rise. And gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with a word of prayer today led by GCU dance team captain Kara Searay.
Let's pray. God, thank you so much for bringing us here together tonight. God, I just pray that you have a hand of protection over these players, God, and I pray that everything that's done here tonight is done for your glory. We love you, God, and it's in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
Fans, please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Tonight performed by our very own Thundering Herd Pet Band under the direction of Paul Cook.
We'll have our starting lineups and the opening kick. GCU takes on NAU. Up next on CW6.
Arguably, will be the best stadium in the country. I can't think of one or seen a collegiate stadium any better. And it really comes to President Mueller with his vision and his commitment to the sport of soccer. He has invested a great deal of money into making this such a quality event. I can say I'm here because of that. You know, I'm here because of the fact that he wants soccer to be an important sport. You've got a beautiful stadium. Everything that you're looking at that stadium is new. Seats, individual seats. Then you have that room where people can just throw a blanket down and be a part of it. And you know that the Havocs group is going to really embrace this. And we're already working almost weekly on going out to the community and getting people to be a part of this. It could be one of the best atmospheres in collegiate men's soccer. with that stadium, we've been able to attract outstanding talent. We've also been able to attract national contenders throughout the country on our schedule. This summer alone with the Copa America, we will have teams training on our field. And with that, not only is it going to be a wonderful opportunity for our players to play on that field, but it's for the city. Phoenix now has Grand Canyon University Soccer Stadium. We are the only Division I team in the state of Arizona for men's soccer.
In goal. GCU, Mila Benedetti, Mackenzie Cook, Anisha De Vera, Christian Racinos, Taylor Layton, Riley Hawkins, Fiona Samadorov, the freshman, Jessica Valadez, Madison Cox, Kelsey Smith, and the goalkeeper is Blakely Frosch.
Well, we heard a little bit from Blakely Frosch before the game in the pregame, and she's fired up for this game. I mean, we all know goalkeepers are a little bit of a different breed to take that kind of physicality and take control in the back. So keep an eye on this matchup tonight. We'll see how much they're going to be called upon with the offenses going at them.
Beautiful evening here in downtown Phoenix for Division I soccer. So glad you could join us. Busy on the GCU campus. Volleyball tournament going on. Gymnasium right behind the stadium. NAU in possession. Turnover.
Well, and NAU already being dealt a blow with Maite Coco, #2, one of their stud midfielders, injured during warm-ups and taken out of that starting lineup. So it'll be interesting to see with the Lumberjacks what kind of an adjustment they make. And instead, Chantel DeRoos was getting the start, as we just showed you in that lineup.
Mila Benedetti working against 2 NAU players. Possession throw in for the Lopes. Benedetti back. Samadorov, the freshman who Coach Leader is extremely high on, very poised coming in as a freshman. Cook has some open room, bringing it up. Uncontested, looking to her left, picked up by the Lumberjacks. Porter. We talked about possession early on, GCU. On the run, Benedetti.
Well, she couldn't quite catch up to it there, but how about Grand Canyon getting off to a good start here? I mean, that last possession prior to that one, that was 5 or 6 passes right in a row. They went to switch fields. They played through the middle to the back. A couple good runs on the left flank there that could really open up for Grand Canyon that we're already seeing early on, but some good solid possession through the middle of the field.
Megan Dickman from San Clemente, California with the boot. Header by Briley Hawkins. Vera. Lumberjacks looking to center the field, picked off there, Kelsey Smith. BC native. Look to the outside for Christian Racinos. Riley Hawkins back, kicked in, up the field. Madison Cox, we talked about her in the open. Has the offense. A couple of goals this season early on.
Well, geez, we talked about Grand Canyon and needing to find a way to keep the ball when they win it. But right now, NAU's going to have to find a way to win it and keep it. They're doing good defensively, doing some good team defense here to try to force GCU into a turnover. But when they get that ball back, they got to find a way to keep it. Otherwise, their defense is constantly under pressure.
Samadorov knocked off the ball. NAU on the run now. Back on it. Kept in, middle of the field, off the wing. Doyle loses it. Mackenzie Cook knocked down. Free kick coming up for the Lopes.
When you can see Cook kind of just waiting for this ball to drop, takes a little bit of a shove, maybe a extra little dive at the end to make sure she gets the call, but gets a little bit of a shove there early on by Shelby O'Connor.
Benedetti. Samadurov. Two Washington State natives.
That's a dangerous switch field. That's a really confident ball to your center back right there. Cox did well with it.
Riley Hawkins on the run, but picked up by Amanda Bennett for NAU. In the corner. Hawkins got the hand up a little bit. Let's take a look at Christian Racinas, Arlington, Texas. Referee is Corey Rockwell.
A little bit of a hand in the face there.
Yeah. Free kick taken by the goalkeeper, Dickman. Hits midfield with that. Up over the top, Kelsey Smith out the touchline. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, one of the things to keep an eye on tonight is how these teams are enduring the elements, if you will. NAU obviously practicing in that high elevation, but they also have the cooler temps up there. As for GCU, Coach Leader quick to point out that when you look at the preseason for a fall sport like soccer, it's not very long. So the Lopes played a little bit of catch up when it comes to fitness and endurance out there and their conditioning. That's something they've been working on a lot in practice, but as you know, soccer, it can be a demanding sport on the body. So the key tonight, let the ball do the work.
We shall see. 7,000 feet elevation for NAU. As Coach Luciano said, they train at about 70% max heart rate.
Well, and it's interesting when you talk to Coach Luciano, he almost made it seem like that training at altitude is a negative, but I always thought training at altitude in the end would be a positive in the long run.
Right.
Because your endurance is going to be greater than any team you go and visit unless you're playing in a Colorado or Utah or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, yeah, at first when you go out there, it's tough. It's tough to catch your breath, but the more you train in it, there's a reason why Olympic athletes train at elevation, because they expand that lung capacity. I think it's the red blood cells or something. I don't know. Yep. Someone will have to, scientific will have to correct me.
I think it does have something to do with red blood cells.
Oxygen in the blood. I think
there you
that's,
go.
Yeah.
I need more of it. Kelsey Smith knocked down. Free kick coming up. Look at the foul.
A couple whistles early on in this game, and I have a feeling, you know, both these teams talked about wanting to be physical and be aggressive, and to me, those are just kind of ticky-tack fouls. If you want to be aggressive and you want to play physical, I think the referee should let them play a little bit more. If you ask them, I would say, I think the players would say the same thing. They prefer a good, clean, physical game rather than a whistle for every ticky-tack foul.
Like that?
There's no flow to the game. You can't even get going. I mean, yes, these are women playing, but it doesn't mean we can't take some contact.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, you know, drives you nuts as a player on the field when the whistle's blown every 2 seconds.
Lumberjacks headed up by the Lopes. First on the ball. Mackenzie Cook moving to her right. On the run. Too far. Racinas. Dickman moves to her left. Outlet to Amanda Bennett. Down the flank.
That's where they got to keep it. I mean, that was a good, strong run by Amanda Bennett out of the back.
Another foul called. Referee Corey Rockwell telling everybody to calm down.
Well, that one was clearly a foul. That was a late tackle. Didn't get any of the ball. Just took out her legs. So I understand the referee having a little bit of a conversation there.
Going back to your early comment about, you know, it being women, but playing tough. Having a daughter playing ECNL soccer.
Yes.
Talk about tough.
Yes.
I'm not kidding.
And again, we emphasize, and we emphasize the point, clean physical play.
Exactly.
But that's what you're taught, and there's a reason why these players do strength and conditioning and weightlifting, and they do it at the college level, but they're even starting it now at the younger age groups. So there's a reason why you put in all that time and work and energy not to get the whistle blown every 2 seconds when you go shoulder to shoulder with somebody.
How about Mila Benedetti right there? Nice work, hustle. Was able to hit it off the defender and enable the Lopes to come up with a corner kick.
Well, and she's one of those players. She's going to lead by example, not extremely vocal, but look at the speed on that right flank. She works it to the end line, gets enough on it that forces the corner kick. First real dangerous opportunity here for the Lopes.
It's like the freshman's going to take it. Fiona Samadurov in the box. Header. Oh, Dickman was there with a hand. Lopes had an opportunity. Another loose ball. Oh, just up over the top.
Well, that second effort there by Samadurov, she's the one who took the corner, but how about the effort there by Grand Canyon? They had numbers in the box. They sent in a beautiful corner kick. They had someone getting on the end of it. There was a scrum inside the box off the deflection. Nobody giving up on it. That was Anissa De Vera. That's what you like to see if you're coach leader. People getting on the end of it. Bodies in the right spot at the right time, and eventually the goals will come.
Back to Blakely Frosch, the junior from Prior Lake, Minnesota. Minnesota, that's a great state for soccer, isn't it?
It is a great state.
They put out soccer standouts, I'll tell you. I don't.
You want to talk about physical play, just about anybody from the Midwest. You know, you grew up in the middle of a cornfield.
You don't mess around with us. Of course, we're both from Minnesota.
Got to show a little love.
Throw in by Samadurov. Kick back out by NAU across the touchline. That shoulder called by Rockwell. Not too much arm. Send it back over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, it's such a unique situation tonight, this in-state rival, and a lot of local eyes on this match, of course, under the lights in this brand new state-of-the-art stadium as well. But as you were referencing just that, hey, yes, girls, they are tough, but think of the incredible example this game is for a lot of young girls here who are in attendance, whether they be ball girls or just watching with their family. Barry, I know you were out here on Sunday for a match with your daughter. Just a really incredible experience for the Valley right now in the community to get behind this. And Coach Leader really recognizes that. He said he watched the film from last Friday's game with the men, and he wants his girls to feel, his women to feel that same sense of pride with the stadium and the community behind them. And oh yeah, just one more note, grew up playing soccer in SoCal. We're pretty tough too, no cornfields, but we're tough too.
A little shout out to SoCal. Yeah. They're pretty much the dominant force of
They're the hotbed of soccer.
Yep. We'll be headed back to Southern California this weekend after the game for yet another soccer tournament in Southern California.
You drive that, what is it, the I-10 or what is it that you head that way?
One way or the other, yeah.
Yeah, you've got the
wonderful trip.
The path.
Yeah. Great support for youth soccer in the Valley and of course in Southern California as well.
What's nice about this region of the country, and if you're NAU or Grand Canyon and you're recruiting, there isn't a bad state to recruit from.
No.
I mean, we're talking a lot about California, but you could go to Colorado, Utah, any of these teams kind of in that southwest region and find some talented players, and they don't have to go too far from home.
Dickman with the boot. For the header was Briley Hawkins. Lopes on the run, far side. NAU. Kick back up by Cox.
That's a smart play there by Layton. She could have just headed it and kept that ball bouncing around in the air, number 7 for GCU, but instead she brought it down with her chest, turned her body away from pressure and kept possession, finding her midfielder, Briley Hawkins.
Taylor Layton, the senior from Avondale, Arizona. Mila Benedetti turns, blocked by the Jacks. Mila with the ball again.
Play on, I'm guessing.
Benedetti into the box, knocked out by the Lumberjacks. NAU on the run.
There
Back
you can
on
see
it,
the
those
speed.
Cox.
Yeah.
Yep. We talked about that, right?
Any mistake she makes, she can make up for it with that speed.
Great asset. Shelby O'Connor looked inside, all purple. Kelsey Smith. Whoa! Ali Alexandru from Phoenix, Arizona goes down. Looks like
Well, that's some feistiness.
got her hand caught on the jersey.
Yeah, looks well. First she's getting tugged. You can see Kelsey Smith. Alexandru has her arm wrapped around Smith's arm, and then she paid back the favor, and I think the referee got the right call on that one.
Loose ball in front of over. Dickman just got a hand on it. They score! Goal! GCU! Anissa DeVera. That was just hard work and determination.
Coach Leader has got to be happy with what his team is doing since they stepped on the field and that whistle blew. Absolutely right. She didn't give up on that, but how about just being in the right place at the right time to get to that ball in the first place? So much of soccer is the runs off the ball. She deflects a bad clearance. Dickman comes off her line, gets a hand on it, but the determination of DeVera keeps her eyes on it and just slots it home. She didn't try to overpower it. She didn't try to just slam it home. She just a nice little inside of the foot, right volley. Finds the back of the net and gives the Lopes an early lead here, but what a payoff for the hard work they've been putting in on and off the ball. The runs off the ball are so important to create the space and the opportunities.
Opportunity here. NAU, boot! Frosch with the save. Loose ball, Frosch moving over. Kept in, knocked out. Corner coming up for the Lumberjacks.
Almost the same thing on the other end. Just a hustle play where it's a breakthrough up the middle, a good save by the keeper.
Lindsay Doyle.
I mean, that's about the first time NAU has even reached that third of the field, and they almost find a way to finish. The worst time to let your guard down in soccer is immediately after you've just scored. You have to immediately be on your game to not allow a quick one. And Grand Canyon almost lost that lead.
Boy, in hockey, they always talk about that first shift after a goal. Same thing in soccer. You start to feel a little bit too good about yourself. Frosch has to come up at 5'6", able to gather it up. So the Lopes withstand the heat there by the Lumberjacks.
Whoa.
First on the ball, and whoa, Briley Hawkins went down hard for the Lopes. Across the touchline, throw-in will be NAU's. Danny Munoz, kept in by Doyle. She's a workhorse for NAU. Rodriguez, center of the field, headed out by the Lopes. Pushing again, perseverance. DeVera, Benedetti, middle of the field. Little bit of room. Benedetti with a boot. Near post, diving save by Megan Dickman.
Well, and her right foot is her strong foot. I'm sure she wants that one back. Didn't get quite enough on it. It was like the seas parted as she beat a couple players and her teammates moved out of the way and she got a shot off, but didn't get quite enough on that one.
Meg O'Brien in the game for Ali Alexandru for NAU. Amanda Bennett. Picked off. Taylor Layton pushes it back. Hawks back to Frosch. Headed up by Hawkins. Cook into the open field. On the run is Racinas. Dickman will come out. Bennett knocked it out.
I think it was pretty obvious that it was Grand Canyon ball. I was surprised that Mackenzie Cook didn't just go and pick it up.
Lopes with a 1-0 lead. Number 11, Anissa De Vera, Washington State. Kelsey Smith, British Columbia native, looking. Booted back, up high into the box. Past the goal line, goal kick coming up. Goebel into the game for NAU. De Vera on the run. Looking to her right. Racinas. Mackenzie Cook. Marked by O'Connor. Good work by Shelby O'Connor. Pushes it out. Goebel in for DeRoos for NAU. Layton along the touchline. Corner kick coming up. GCU working hard in this opening half.
I've been impressed with the possession, the movement off the ball, the effort. I'm sure they're fired up. And there's always a difference, too, of a night game under the lights. Completely different on your home field. I know they had a home opener last weekend, but a Sunday game is never the same as a Friday night under the lights.
Doesn't quite get into that box. Goal kick, NAU. Yeah, it was hot. Even under the in the shade here a little bit, but on the field, I'm sure it'd be really tough. Joanna Lagunas in the game, coming in for Christian Racinas for GCU.
Well, Racinos had played very limited minutes coming into this match, and she did a really nice job up top and kind of on this right flank, creating some space, making some runs, and putting some pressure on the NAU defense.
Back and forth it goes. A little bit of room here. Near side off the ball. Fiona Samadurov off of Anna Goebel from Phoenix, Arizona. Played at Sandra Day O'Connor. Number of Phoenix area players here for NAU. Tried to thread the needle. Did Layton. Layton resumed possession. Looking for Benedetti. Coming up was Samadurov. Nowhere to go. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, we're watching Layton down there, and she's really impressed, Coach, with her maturity. And while some of the players still trying to figure out that balance between the classroom and the field, well, Taylor has the tough task of holding down a military family. Her husband is a member of the military police in the Army. He served in Afghanistan in 2013 and has since been stationed in El Paso, Texas. His next assignment next year in Japan. So Taylor, a lot on her plate. So you just know if she's out here, guys, with all that going on, this is where she wants to be, playing soccer for the Lopes.
Definitely thanks go out to Taylor's husband for his service.
Well, Coach Leader told us, you know, he's implementing a lot of new things with this team and trying to develop a little bit more of a mental toughness and some more different fitness and drills and different things going on at training every day, but none of that seems to faze her because of her maturity level and just what she has going on outside of soccer.
How about De Vera? Just knocking people over. She got knocked down a little payback there for NAU, but she's really played hard here in this opening half. Meg O'Brien, watch out, past the touchline. Look at this with Sabrina Rodriguez from NAU. Knocked her
And that's
off.
just good physical play. I mean, again, shoulder to shoulder, bumped the defender right off that ball, almost got on the end of it.
Loose ball in the box. Meg O'Brien. Oh, pick pocket. Booted off the Lumberjack. It will be a throw in for the Lopes. Rodriguez. NAU. Benedetti. Great work by Mila Benedetti. Possession back to the Lopes. Looking far side. Lagunas blocked by the Lumberjacks. Shelby O'Connor. Near side. Whoop. Lopes will throw it in. Samadurov. Anna Goebel for NAU. Adrian Nixt. Oh, Kelsey Smith put an end to that run.
Just a nice, clean tackle there.
Goebel knocked out by Samadurov. Good physical here this evening.
Well, and she did a good job there of staying with her shoulder to shoulder. Somehow comes up cleanly with the ball.
Cox, Layton, booted back up by the Lopes. Nisa De Vera has the lone goal for the Lopes here. It's in the 26th minute. De Vera puts a little bit of heat on Dickman. Sabadurov gently back to Frosch. Benedetti. Samadurov. Turn the ball over. Amanda Bennett from Mesa, Arizona, Desert Ridge High School. Riley Hawkins knocked her off the ball. Kicking it up is Joanna Lagunas.
Well, and you got the feeling from Bennett there. She's dribbling through the middle of the field, waiting for one of her teammates to make a decisive run. She wants someone to make a solid run at pace so she knows where to play the ball. She's basically saying, you dictate to me where you want it, and no one was moving. And if they were moving rather slowly with the defender right on their back. She's not going to play it in if she knows it's going to get picked off. So somebody up front for NAU kind of has to take the initiative here and help get this offense going.
Meg O'Brien looks to the middle of the field. Lopes were there. Samadurov headed back. Picked up by Smith. Hawkins drops. Heavy kick. Way past Benedetti. Near side, looking for Goebel. Not there. Lopes playing it tight defensively. Diaz moved up. Very congested middle of the field. O'Brien tried to get a leg on it. Smith, far side. Lagunas Threads through 2 Lumberjacks up to Taylor Layton. Benedetti turns left. Nice pass up. Good work by the Lumberjacks. Oh, blocked by DeVera, left boot. Oh, short side. Corner coming up, GCU. Trying to thread the needle.
How about DeVera, the freshman forward, coming in and making an impact? She's only played in 1 game up to this point of the season with 1 shot. And just the determination, being in the right spot at the right time, getting on the end of those loose balls. Well done.
Headed out. Monteroso in for Layton. And a big goal there, wow, on a substitution. And the Lopes up 2-0.
Rachel Mina just steps on the field, barely got in the 18-yard box off that substitution. And again, just taking advantage of an opportunity, not giving up on these balls. A beautiful ball served in, a nice header clearance. But then the Lopes.
Oh, look at.
Well, and you know what? The back line for NAU too slow to get out. She would have been offside. But the back line for NAU was kind of jogging up slowly after they saw that nice clearance of a header by their teammate. Jogging out of the back. That's why your keeper's always yelling at you, get up, get up.
Saved by Frost, some heat by the Lumberjacks after yet another GCU goal.
You got to step up, and you got to step up quick on those corner kicks to force those lingering forwards in an offside position, but they didn't do it there, and Mina made them pay.
Now Arizona by way of Central Arkansas Christian. Rachel Mina, the junior, stake the Lopes to a 2-0 lead. Approaching the 30-minute mark. Maria Monteroso, you just saw number 8. Getting back from injury last year. Getting her conditioning back. An offensive threat for the Lopes. Amanda Bennett up. Kick back by Madison Cox. Try to send Mina on the run. Picked off by the Jacks. Bennett. Mina. A lot of traffic.
Well, they're a little narrow right now. You can see when Mina won that ball, she's maybe looking for somebody out wide. And instead, because Grand Canyon had gotten so compact defensively, no one's making that run on the outside. She didn't have anywhere to go.
Tight inside, Cook drops. Cox up for Hawkins, up the field.
That's a tough ball. That's one of those balls you're trying to ping it, what, 40, 50 yards on a dime. Maybe just possess through the middle and keep it.
Muniz trying to thread the needle. Looking to take some chances. Kettlecamp. Amanda Bennett, far side. Bennett again. Nowhere home, nobody home there except for the Lopes. Cook. Lopes content to play some possession here. Ball movement very solid. On the run, defender fell down. Benedetti! Open net, goal! Mila Benedetti frees it.
Lumberjacks not happy because they think there was some sort of a foul or a trip. Watch on that far side, and Benedetti maybe did clip her feet just a little bit. Unintentional nonetheless, but the Lumberjacks wanted a whistle. That's what they're upset about. Nice ball served in behind. Benedetti runs onto it, beats the keeper Dickman, who had to come well off her line to try to intercept that. And you can see right away Lumberjacks' arms go up saying, what the heck, where's the call?
You got to play though, right? You don't hear a whistle, you can't let up.
You have to play, but she was kind of in on a breakaway. If that had been reversed and the offensive player had gotten tripped up unintentionally by the defensive player, I have a feeling the whistle might have blown. But sometimes with that unintentional contact, either the ref's not looking at it because it's a run off the ball, and then it's up to the assistant referee to kind of keep an eye on those things. Nonetheless, though, Lumberjacks have got to find a way here to regroup. They've been sort of behind the 8 ball right from that opening whistle.
Let's take another look.
Well, I don't think she did it on purpose. You can see Benedetti. She's looking at the ball. She's not looking at the feet. But it's still a foul. It's a whistle. Unintentional contact. It doesn't matter how it happens. You know, she was tracking right there with her, and, you know, once that defender went down, she was in. I can see the Lumberjacks argument in this case, but it was also the 3rd goal of the game, so defensively they've had some challenges throughout the first half so far. They're gonna have to find a way to regroup here.
Amanda Bennett, nice turnaround. Up, Lumberjacks near midfield. Haley Van Allen knocked down, free kick coming up. Over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, I think we're going to hopefully be talking to a very happy coach leader at the break, because one of his messages coming into his team for this game was he wanted them to watch that men's game last Friday. He wanted them to see how the community is backing this program, and he wanted his players to understand how great they have it, he said, here as a lobe. He wanted them to stress the fact that they're in a program where things are provided for them. They get a team meal before every game. Fans here from the community are welcome. It's a free game for them to attend, so they have the backing of the community. They get to live on this campus, and they get a lot of resources. He wanted them to recognize that's not common, and he wanted them to have pride in that and go out there and really show the university and show the support, their thanks through their play.
Definitely a ton of support from the students here at GCU for the athletic program. It's really quite a unique relationship. The Havocs, of course, are out in full force for just about every sport on campus. Do a tremendous job. Many of those horns that you hear are coming from the Havocs.
Alexis Roberts.
I think we call those vuvuzelas.
I can't ever pronounce it, so I appreciate that. Alexis Roberts in for Joanna Lagunas for GCU. What is that again? Zuela?
A vuvuzela.
Zuela?
Came from the Brazil World Cup, I believe. I wonder why we didn't hear any of those at the Olympics. Because I thought it was like a cultural Brazilian thing, but maybe not. Maybe they were banned.
You, of course, were at the FIFA World Cup.
The Canadian one, I didn't quite get over to the men's Brazilian one. That would have been fun.
.36-minute, Lopes out to a 3-0 first half lead. Headed out by Rodriguez, kick back in. Contact. Boy, Rockwell, the referee. Free kick coming up.
There they are.
Yep.
I wish I could be in Coach Luciano's locker room at halftime.
Really
because
wish you would?
I do,
Really?
because
I
I don't
don't
think
wanna be in there.
I do, because I don't think he'd be happy with where his team is at, and I'd like to know. I wish I would have known what his pregame plan was, because I don't think they probably executed what he was asking. And I'm not just talking about the score, I'm just talking about the play in general. I mean, we talked to a coach who's in his 16th season at NAU and has some tremendous success with that program.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, they lost some key pieces, but they also have some really good pieces still on this roster. So he cannot be happy with how they've come out to play in an in-state rivalry game under the lights on a Friday night.
26 of NAU's 36 players are underclassmen, 15 freshmen, 12 newcomers, 3 redshirts. Kelsey Smith. Throw in. Real tight, not a lot of room. He's right by, in the middle, Benedetti off her foot. Cleared out by the Lumberjacks.
Well, I thought Benedetti was maybe going to dummy that one because she had Rachel Mina making a run up the backside, you know, pretend like she's going to go for it, let it go through the legs and have her teammate run onto it. Because Benedetti had drawn in the defender.
Ooh, physical play there with Madison Cox and Haley Van Erlen. Throw in by the Lumberjacks. Mina on the run. Rachel Mina. She's got one already. Cuts in the box. Oh, knocked out. Corner coming up.
Well, that's good help defense there by the Lumberjacks. The defender sliding over on the far side because Mina was off to the races. She took a little bit of a long touch there. Right here, this last touch, a little too much. And that's some good help defense. Maddie Wojcik sliding over to help out and clear that one.
Fourth corner coming up for the Lopes. The box, headed away by Missy Kettlecamp. Pinnacle High School grad here in Phoenix. Good ball movement up. Anagobo. Good D though by Madison Cox.
That's that speed by Cox. Maybe a little bit out of position defensively, but she made up for it with that speed.
Esco knocked off by Cox. Far side. Too much. Ooh. Alexis Roberts gets a quick comebacker and knocked out. Heather Donis in for NAU. Madison Wisely in for GCU, both number 16.
And just good positioning there by Cox, forcing the turnover there by Anna Goebel.
Mescal from Gilbert, Arizona. Perry High School. Cambry Mescal. Cut back, Mackenzie Cook, middle of the field. On the run, it's Benedetti. Turn around, oh, just over the top.
She took a glance at the goal. She knew the keeper. Megan Dickman was just a little bit off her line. First of all, just a beautiful run in behind. And Wojcik has had her work cut out for her trying to track her around, but I think she saw Dickman just a tad off her line, tried to volley that one in. She's got a powerful right-footed shot.
Benedetti, good work. Off of the touchline. Cook to her left. Cuts back, looking inside. Knocked out by the Lumberjacks. Wazak, Madeline Wazak from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Has some room. Pushes to her left. Ooh, just outside of the box.
They call this the other way.
Yeah. Goes little surprised at that.
I know, I got to take a look at that one again, but wow, that one didn't miss by much. Benedetti making that diagonal run in behind the defense. She got her hips around it, and a nice right-footed volley there.
A few minutes remain in this opening half. Goals by DeVera, Mina, and Benedetti for the Lopes. Just kept it in. Alexis Roberts from Chandler, Arizona. Over the head of Monterosso. That's blocked. No offsides, Lopes. Couple of minutes remaining. Benedetti, near side, turns to her left. Good work by the Lumberjacks. Push back up. Mina forcing Dickman to boot it quickly. Turnaround off balance, out of bounds. Past the touchline. Throw in Lopes. Benedetti looking up. One minute remaining in the opening half. Frosch.
Wow, that's nice. Well done by Monterosso to bring that down with their chest.
Tried to get it to Cook. Picked off by the Lumberjacks. Heather Donis. Quickly. 30 seconds remain in this opening half. Content to get it up the field. Mina on the run. Knocked down. Loose ball, and Mina is down.
This is just a hard tackle. Good clean tackle by both sides. Dickman goes in cleanly, well off of her line. A little bit surprised she was so off of her line, and Mina, I think, took the worst of that one.
Bouncing right up. That looked like almost knee-on-knee contact there for a minute. Her leg, she appears okay. What were you saying about women playing tough?
Yeah.
Counted off the final seconds here in this opening half. GCU came out on fire in this opening half. Goals by Anissa DeVera, Rachel Mina, and Mila Benedetti. And GCU shocking NAU after 45, 3-0. Eric Leader, no doubt, has to be happy with this opening half of play against their neighbors to the north. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, Coach, I know we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but a commanding lead right here as we head to the break. What do you think was fueling your team's success, and what impressed you the most with these 3 unanswered goals and really setting the tone?
Well, there's a couple things. First off, it's this atmosphere, this crowd. This crowd is amazing. The Havocs are unbelievable. We're so excited to play here and play in the stadium. But the other part is these girls have just been talking about this day in and day out, and just trying to get better and trying to improve and do the right things, and I'm very happy with them right now.
Yeah, it was obvious from the get-go they really came out here, established the tone in this, recognizing the excitement here. What is your message, though, at halftime so they keep up this intensity? You can't let go, let off the pedal.
Well, we're actually going to talk about our men's game from last week where there was a red card and there was penalty kicks, and we're going to talk about keeping our heads and keeping the pressure on them.
All right, well, thank you very much, Coach. Look forward to talking to you after the game.
Thank you.
Let's go now back upstairs to you guys. They have a commanding lead. What will they do with it in the second half? Well, we'll find out how Coach Leader and his team respond.
No doubt about it, they have got to keep the pedal to the floor. 3-0 the lead for GCU over NAU. This game went to overtime last year, so anything can happen in this second half. But it's been all GCU in this opening 45. Devera, Mina, and Benedetti for GCU.
We're going to start from the basics. We're going to start from building the ball to the back, moving the ball effectively on the ground from the goalkeeper up through the back line and forward. But we want to see quick movement on the ball and off the ball. We want the players to play at speed and think and react as quickly as they can. Changing the mindset is about accountability. Players have to learn how to hold themselves to a certain standard, and they have to be able to hold their teammates accountable. We want to grow from last year's experiences and really, really come together as a team. The spring was getting to know the girls, getting to know them as people. We didn't really get to set out a mindset, a mentality for the team, or even a style of play, and that's what preseason is really about. On the field, we've got Jordan Day is going to work primarily with the goalkeepers. Mallory will be working with all the field players, both on attack and defense. We've got Sebastian Brandon. He's going to work with our strength and conditioning. Our job is to grow. Our job is to grow during preseason. We're going to go away for a bit of preseason camp. We just want to get better day by day, take it in the non-conference segment, and then into the WAC conference, where there's plenty of good teams.
Welcome back. You're watching Division I women's soccer here on the CW6. Right now, under the lights, the younger girls getting their chance here on the GCU field. Playing some soccer here at halftime, trying to follow in the steps of what I'm guessing will be their heroes after the end of this one. The Lopes right now with a commanding 3-0 lead in the first half. And Coach Leader said he wasn't sure how his team would go out there and establish a tone. Well, they have done a beautiful job doing that. Coach Leader just told me they're playing off the energy here in the stadium, and it is evident. There is a lot of energy here, carrying right off that men's game last Friday. I'm Kate Longworth. Thanks for joining us here at halftime. And I'm joined now by Tim Griffin, who is the Dean of Students here at GCU. Thank you so much for being here. And it's been quite the busy week for you and for the campus as you welcome new students back to town. Just tell me what it's been like the last 7 days, last 14 days, really.
Yeah, well, it actually started 1st of August. We had students moving back. We probably had 2,000 before all the other students came. So 1 week we moved 7,000 students in. So it was a great week. It's always a real joy to see the freshmen come to campus for the first time, and they don't expect to be treated like they are, and it's just a wonderful way to begin the school year.
Yeah, that was one thing Coach Leader said, that his message was to his team. He wants them to know this is not normal how athletes are treated here, and it's not normal how students are treated here. They have great facilities. Take us through just what the current enrollment is and what greets the new students here on the GCU campus.
Well, we have over 9,300 students living on campus in residence. We have 17,000 total enrollment this year, which is, we're up thousands from last year. And every year we've had great growth. So this year we have the office building that's right behind us here, where all the student affairs staff is housed in the bottom and second floor. And so that's a brand new facility. And then we have 3 brand new apartment buildings. And so that was a wonderful addition for our returning students. They get to live in the apartments. And so we have all kinds of new eateries on campus, and it's just been great. We have some new classroom facilities as well. So not only have we built up our extracurricular spaces, but our academic spaces as well, as in addition to our residence hall. So students got a brand new look at a campus. Even if they were here last year, you see a lot of them walking on campus with their eyes big, just going, holy cow, how'd you guys do this in such a short amount of time? So it's been pretty cool.
I think that's what impresses so many when they're here on campus, is just there's so much going on, and the turnout and the support for different sports, for different student activities. What's your primary role as the Dean of Students, and how do you orchestrate all of this coming together? Because it carries out pretty beautifully.
Well, my role is to lead a staff who deals with all the activities outside of the classroom. So academic affairs takes care of the classroom, and I take care of student affairs, which is all of the activities that are extracurricular, co-curricular. So there's about 120 staff in student affairs and about 750 student leaders, and they're the ones that really create the interest and the support across the campus to encourage students that are here maybe for the first time to participate. And so if it wasn't for them being as engaged as they are, then it'd be a little bit more challenging. But because we have such great students that come here and create such an atmosphere to be engaged, that it really makes it easy for us staff members because the kids are so wonderful.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, and even if your job is easy, do me a favor, take a day off on Monday, all right? It's Labor Day.
I will, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we want you to stay right with us here on the CW6. More Division I soccer action coming your way. Right after this, Barry and Kendra join us with highlights, stats, and much, much more, recapping that incredible first half. GCU on top, 3-0 over their in-state rival, NAU. We'll be right back.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light. And now GCU is leading in the area of computer science and IT. With over 200 university degree programs across 9 colleges, on campus and online, join the most inventive concept in education today. Fast track options available with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and systems architecture. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT. At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Back live at GCU Stadium on the campus of Grand Canyon University, the Lopes out to a commanding 3-0 lead over the Lumberjacks. Welcome back, Barry Vitale alongside Kendra D. St. Aubin. So glad you could join us for GCU women's soccer against their neighbors to the north from NAU. Boy, this is a bit of a shocker because NAU coming in, they were 1-3 on the season. The Lopes looking for their first victory, but they came to play.
Wow, from the first whistle. And I think Coach said it heading into halftime. How can you not get fired up under the lights on a Friday night with this atmosphere? But they came up firing on all cylinders from that first whistle.
And it began with a little bit of physical play as well. Both of these teams going right after it as we take a look at our first half highlights.
Well, we knew we were going to see some physical play because we heard about it in the pre-game ceremonies with all the conversation with Kate. Hey, we know we're expecting physical play, in-state rivals. So many of these players probably play against each other, all going through club. But then it was only a matter of time before GCU found a way to get on the board. And it was just an effort that was endless, constantly battling, being in the right spot at the right time. DeVera staying with it, nonstop, finding a way to get some goals.
Lindsay Doyle coming back with an attempt.
Well, and that's what really hurts you, is when you almost allow a quick goal after that. But coming up with big saves, GCU was able to regroup defensively, and then it was more of the same from Grand Canyon, making great runs off the ball, the hustle, the determination. You could just see it from the very first whistle. This Grand Canyon team was not going to let up. That's the same situation. Those are mostly hustle goals, except for the final one here by Benedetti. A beautiful ball in over the top. She makes a nice diagonal run, beats the keeper, and slots this one home.
just outworking NAU really from talk about possession as well. As we take a look at the opening numbers, the score, the shots, 8-2. Wow, shots on goal, fouls, and the corner kicks, the set plays, the set pieces definitely in favor of GCU.
Well, and again, so much of that is about hustle. It's determination. It's a mental game of who's going to get to that ball first, and I'm not going to let you win. I think we saw some of that with a physical play and, of course, some of it with the goal scoring as well. The Lumberjacks need to find a way to regroup and get it together here for the second half.
You talked about possession in the opening half, maybe countering, especially when maybe fitness and fatigue might set in. But, boy, the Lopes looked strong in possession. They just have to carry over again here in the second.
They did. I was very impressed because, the way Coach Leader was telling us earlier this week, possession is what they've been working on. That's sort of been their weak point, but they were moving the ball nicely, switching the fields, finding the open lanes, and, of course, making some good solid runs off the ball.
Well, we know NAU is not going to be going quietly in the night. They'll be back for a second half action, but we'll be back in just a moment. Kate Longworth will be joined by the leader of the Havocs. You will not want to miss this. 3-zip. GCU over NAU on CW6.
The team's looking to increase their competitiveness, working together.
I think it started out more as a learning process, kind of getting to know each other, how each other's playing. We're really trying to step it up, bring it to the next level.
We're really looking for the Havocs and all the students here, the student body, to come and support us.
Come on out and support us, help us get that win.
Welcome back. You're watching Division I Women's Soccer here on the CW6. I'm Kate Longworth, welcoming you back inside GCU's state-of-the-art, brand-new soccer stadium. We're at halftime here, and the Lopes have a commanding 3-0 lead over their in-state rival, NAU. And it's only exciting here. It just keeps getting more exciting here. And I was just talking to Coach Leader at halftime, and he said he attributes his players' strong play to this, to the energy he's feeling here in the stadium. And I'm joined now by the Havoc president, Stephen Hunsaker. And Stephen, just take me through what it takes to be a part of this student cheering section. How do you become a Havoc?
So at GCU, it's something a little different than a lot of other schools. If you are a GCU student, you are automatically a Havoc. You don't have to sign up for anything. It's just you show up to games, you show your school spirit, and you're a Havoc. And it's just a really cool thing, and all of the students have really bought in.
And I don't think people at home, I don't know if you quite grasp. First of all, it is loud. And second, there's a lot of contagious energy. And third, you guys are prepared. You know your team, you also know the opponent. So what are some of your responsibilities as president? Because you walk into a basketball game on the seats, these students get game notes, if you will, on how to cheer for and against, for their team and against the opponent.
Yeah, so, honestly, being the president, it's a really easy task for me when all the students are so bought in, like our students here. I mean, I just am in charge of getting everything organized, and we have an unbelievable group of Havocs leadership as well. And we're just here to serve the students and provide the students with as great of a game day atmosphere as we can. And the backing we get from the school and executives is so big, and I think that's a huge success for us as well.
Well, it has been a huge success watching you guys. Thank you for all you do, and I think the team's going to thank you after this one. You guys have kept them in the game. Let's see what they can do second half, guys.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Steve. Does a great job as the leader of the Havocs. Carson, Abby, the whole crew. Tireless, out to every game. Coach Leader mentioned them at halftime, the atmosphere here. As an athlete, when you played, That had to just amp you up when you played.
Absolutely.
Have a crowd behind you.
Oh man, I mean, it's amazing the kind of energy you can feed off of with an energetic crowd. I mean, the good thing for anybody who plays at Grand Canyon in any sport, you get a phenomenal turnout, not just from the regular students, but the Havocs, like you said. I mean, and they bring the energy I mean, we did basketball games during Christmas break where no one's even here, and they still show up and bring the energy. So it's just a different atmosphere here, and it's going to be fun to see, and we'll see which team comes out the second half, because I would love to hear some adjustments from the Lumberjack side, because they need to find a way to get possession and get on the attack as a unit. They were not able to do that in the first half, and Coach Leader, man, he's excited to get going. He probably didn't even want to come off.
Nah.
You know, when you've got that kind of momentum going, you don't even want halftime to happen.
Just keep playing.
Yeah.
1,384 is the attendance here tonight. GCU Stadium. Right in the middle of campus. We're just moments away from beginning our second half. Tavera, Mina, Benedetti scoring for the Lopes. See how Coach Luciano, what he instilled in his team during the half.
Wow, that's a nice ball if she can get to it.
Benedetti, far side, turns. Gets the right foot on it in the box, headed out. Carly George, Littleton, Colorado native. Amanda Bennett picked off by Kelsey Smith. Racinas, on. DeVero leaves, back at midfield. Bringing it back. Smith. Cox, big kick, middle of the field. Jack's headed out. Lindsay Doyle loses it. Won't spoil any early threat here with the possession early on second half. Fiona Samadurov, middle of the field. Big boot up over the top of the net. It's a heavy left-footed kick.
Well, and it seems like those first few minutes, both teams sort of in a figuring out phase here. Not doing anything too fancy or too fast-paced, just sort of trying to take a look and see what the other is bringing.
Benedetti, marked by a couple, finds some room in the middle, too far for Hawkins. Kicked back by Carly George. Possession goes out though. It belonged to the Lopes. Behind Kelsey Smith. She'll knock it back. Cox, middle of the field. Up over the top. Free kick coming up for NAU.
Well, and DeVera came from an offside position that time to receive the ball, but again, NAU has to continue to be careful with that back line. If they don't all get up together as a unit, or even if you have a midfielder that has dropped in and played some defense and now they need to find a way to get forward, because somebody almost kept her onside. He only takes one step.
Dickman kicked it up for NAU. Moving back is Kettle Camp. Just got it away. Samadurov looking for Cook. Lopes throw in quickly. Looking up for Benedetti on the run. Near the goal line. Kept in. Doyle knocked out. NAU throw in.
Well, and right there, NAU does a great job defensively, withstanding the pressure, clearing the ball, finding Doyle's feet. She receives it cleanly, but then there's no option. There's nobody making a run off the ball, creating an angle to support their teammate. Tough to get out of pressure when you don't have an option.
Jessica Valadez back to Madison Cox. Near side now to Kelsey Smith. Smith. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Well, Kendra, you may notice who I am joined by, Doug Franz of course, the Doug and Wolf Show on Arizona Sports 98.7. But you wear a couple of hats, right? So tell me what you were doing halftime. You were joined by these lovely young gals out on the field during halftime. What was going on?
Well, just like GCU, we are West Side Challenge FC. So these are coaches of two sets of girls, so the maroon team and the blue team, and they are more excited to be on television than they are to actually play soccer, to be honest.
What is it like for you to just have an event like this tonight where you can bring these young girls out here and see soccer on such a showcase like this, a stage like this?
I think it's huge for the girls because number one, teaches them how hard they need to work if they dream of going to GCU. And number two, it's actually great for the parents because every parent in the world thinks their kid is going to be, you know, the next Mia Hamm or something like that. So therefore, when they come out, they get to see how hard the girls have to work to be able to make it to just this level, let alone the U.S. women's national team.
And then if you will, put on your other hat as a sports media professional here in the Valley, what impresses you about what GCU has done in their sports program across the board?
I would say number one is just the word commitment, because they don't mess around. It's not fake. They are completely committed to what they're doing. I'm not name dropping. I consider Dan Marley a dear friend, and he loves this place. I mean, that guy is not going anywhere. And then you look at the commitment they're making to the soccer team, this amazing facility. I mean, if you're a student that's in the state of Arizona and you see this team is this committed to soccer, you know this has to be a goal, or at least on your list for where you're going to go.
All right, well, which team won out there at halftime? Me.
Oh, of course, we're a good team.
It's unanimous. We're all winners down here. We'll send it back up there. And Kendra, he did slip me about a $10 bill to say only nice things about him because I know you know him well.
Yes, yes. And if I know Doug well enough, he's not going to be happy with there nobody winning out there, even if it's between the young
Everybody
ladies.
get a ribbon?
Yeah. Everything he said, though, is, and I don't normally agree with Doug on everything, but everything he said was right on. I mean, absolutely about Grand Canyon and the commitment, and that's a great word to pick to describe.
Hey, hats off to Doug, too. I mean, just having the time to coach.
Yeah, he's got about 75, games DVR'd every night because you get up at the crack of dawn and do your show, and then you go to practice during the day, and then you coach your daughter's team into something, and then you go home and you watch everybody that you didn't get to see live. I mean, what did people do before DVR if you worked in this industry?
It's just tremendous. All the coaches of any youth sport, the commitment that they make.
And I don't think Doug drinks coffee, so that's even a whole nother animal. When you do the morning shift, I thought it was mandatory. I think Wolf, his partner in crime, has an IV setup that just feeds straight caffeine. And again,
that explains a few things.
Yeah, GCU not wasting any time in the second half, getting back in on the attack again. And the difference we're seeing right now between Grand Canyon and NAU, when they do get the ball and they get into that final offensive third of the field, it's the movement off the ball. If you ever receive the ball and there's a teammate there to play it to, let alone 2 or 3, your odds of scoring greatly increase. And right now, NAU having a little bit of trouble getting forward in numbers.
Definitely withstood any pressure that NAU wanted to put on here in the opening moments of the second half. Played it very tight.
Well,
taking a lot of time and space away from NAU players.
Well, and sometimes when you have so many defensive, and there's a great ball in over the top, just can't stay in bounds, but you can see what they're trying to do. When you have so many defensive responsibilities and you're working so hard on defense, it's tough to want to get in and attack and get forward and help your teammates out if you think you're just going to have to turn around and defend again.
Far side, Victoria Cooper from Phoenix, Arizona, Ironwood Ridge High School. Far side, Fiona Samadurov marking her. Ball stays in. Fiona Samadurov coming up with it for the Lopes. Knocked out NAU ball. Moving it in, open room. Frosch able to come out.
Well, in a bit of a collision there with their own teammate, it looked like maybe some confusion on the back line and with the keeper here, and you can see Cox.
Yikes.
Maybe we didn't hear Frosch yelling loud enough. I mean, we know those goalkeepers are usually pretty vocal and they command their box pretty well.
Knocked out by the Lopes. Doyle had a lot of room along that goal line, though.
Wow, I'm pretty sure she was well offside.
That was really
surprised the flag didn't go up there.
Caught her off guard, too.
Yeah, I think she thought she was offside.
Taylor Layton called. Just outside the box. Here's an opportunity for NAU.
By far the best scoring opportunity I think we're going to see from NAU throughout the game. And yeah, I mean, that's not only a tug, but a bear hug at the end of it, just to say, I'm enjoying my time playing against you.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, she gets whistled for the foul, but I really hope the Lumberjacks take advantage here.
Sabrina Rodriguez from Gilbert, Arizona, Campo Verde High School. Just outside the box. Wall up for the Lopes. To the left, header, Frosch, goal, post, diving backs.
Offside, I think. The flag went up. I don't know what they're going to call because the keeper has it. They're going to play on, but I thought I saw the linesman, his flag go up.
So he hit the crossbar.
Well, I think we see, don't we, what NAU is absolutely capable of.
Oh, yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, but what's funny is the linesman flag didn't go off on the ball served in. It went off on the rebound, off the crossbar, I think. But if NAU has an opportunity to get in again and take a dead ball from close range, at least they were crashing the net. They had numbers in the box, people ready to get on the end of it and get to the rebound.
Rodriguez up. Frosch comes out. Beat by Doyle. Some Bennett also up. Frosch wants her team up the field. Heavy kick, headed up. Back by Wojcik. Here comes NAU. Softly back, kicked away by Frosch.
There's a different sense of urgency here with NAU. All of a sudden, they're able to get numbers forward together and trying to take advantage of a ball slotted through or over the top.
Kettlecamp looking up the middle of the field. NAU on top of it. DeRoos blocked by Layton. Rivera, her back, turns, middle, leaves. Kelsey Smith. Up for Benedetti! Saved by Dickman.
That time with the left foot. We know she's right-footed, but that left-footed shot right there didn't lack power. And a nice ball by Layton, but a great run by Benedetti. Perfectly weighted pass in behind. And she fires that one with the left foot. I think we saw what Coach Leader was talking about with Benedetti. It's one of those things that just have to get her going. She's just got to find her form. And you can see it not just with the goal, but with the runs she's making in diagonally in behind. And her teammates doing a great job of finding her.
Fifth shot on goal. Benedetti. Very active tonight. Throw in GCU. Fiona Samadurov. Their leader impressed with the freshman. Versatile. Could even see her move up. Knocked out. Benedetti quickly to throw in. Mina. Layton finds some room. Alexis Roberts.
Well, that's one of those cases where there were 3 or 4 passes. Play has been on this side of the field for quite some time, and you had 2 Grand Canyon players making some pretty incredible runs on the opposite side. Maybe a quick switch field, open it up, force NAU to kind of switch sides and shift defensively and try to catch them off guard. Instead, they get an offside call.
Headed up, Riley Hawkins, Rachel Mina. Turns to her right, finds Kelsey Smith, the edge of the box. Looped into Dickman. Trying to find possession. Carly George from Littleton, Colorado for NAU. Carly Gamble, far side. Victoria Cooper loses it. Fiona Samadurov sliding in Carly George.
A little bit of hand slapping there. Some feistiness on this field tonight, that's for sure.
A little bit. NAU trying to get back in. Madison Cox blocks that shot attempt, but it'll result in a corner kick.
NAU already in that offensive third more time in this half, I think, than we saw the entire first half. And good defense leading to some good offensive opportunities here for the Lumberjacks. Wow, a quick corner.
Headed down. Shot attempt by Missy Kettlecamp. Blocked. Result back in another corner.
Well, and it didn't even look like GCU was really set up yet. You can see Blakely Frosch trying to organize and communicate, and NAU going for the quick corner.
Kettlecamp on the run, knocked down by Alexis Roberts.
A little bit of a silly foul there. You've got the NAU player there possessing the ball, but away from the goal. Kettlecamp, clearly not a dangerous threat offensively. And now instead, NAU with a good dead ball opportunity here, about 22 yards out.
Kick from Doyle. Frosch hits the crossbar. Turnaround, boot it out. Mina with some room. Way upfield. Briley Hawkins kicked on Dickman, they score! Goal, GCU!
Riley Hawkins getting out on the run. Pretty much a fast break attempt here. Supporting her teammate, getting forward in numbers. And a ball perfectly served by Rachel Mina, and she's all the way in her own half, so there's really no risk of her being offside. You're in your own half, you can't be off. And Briley Hawkins takes a look, realizes Megan Dickman well off her line, which she needed to be. But NAU throwing everybody in the kitchen sink up on that opportunity offensively and just didn't transition back. 2 players were down, banged up inside the box on the other end, but it was 1 from each team, so play on. Nobody needs to play it out of bounds, and wow, 4-0 Grand Canyon.
Wow.
And that one was actually really against the run of play, because NAU, we were just talking about it, come out, creating some offensive chance. They just hit the crossbar. We didn't even get to talk about that opportunity and that beautiful hit on the dead ball.
Just a matter of inches for NAU. Then the counter comes down. Riley Hawkins from Sunrise Mountain High School, Peoria, Arizona. Doyle keeps it in. Doyle along the goal line. Ooh, knocked down right outside the box.
Well, and here's the dead ball we were just talking about. Didn't even get to talk about it because it went so quickly the other way, but what a hit.
Yep.
I mean, Blakely Frosch was there, but that thing had some pace on it. I don't know if she would have been able to make the save. There was the collision, clearly knee to knee. Both players going down in a heap as Grand Canyon just tries to get that ball out of their box. And again, a good opportunity here for the Lumberjacks. A close range dead ball, like a short corner almost.
Lindsay Doyle from Laguna Niguel, the senior from NAU. Headed out. And out, goal kick. Back to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, one thing I talked with Coach Leader about at halftime, and he has preached all week, is that he really wants his team to know they can do this. They can go out there and finish the game. They need to believe in themselves. You would think a 3-0 lead would help them believe that, but I think the way they have come out in the second half, responded and kept up that tone, kept the momentum on their side, really shows they're taking what Leader has said to heart.
Yeah, he's got to be really pleased with how his team's responded here tonight. I would think it's got to just feel really good when you're a first-year head coach and your players are really responding to what message you're trying to deliver, with Mallory Rutledge and Jordan Day as assistants, Derek Leader really hitting it on the run here as the first-year head coach.
Well, he knew they were making progress every day in practice, and every game, little bits. A little miscommunication there defensively.
Senna Flem into the game, just a couple of minutes, miscommunication.
But it's nice to actually see those little bits and pieces of improvement every day at training actually translate into goals and wins.
Fiona Samadurov setting up for the corner. 4-0 GCU. Nice, clear. Tried to kept in by Cook. Cook battling Doyle. Doyle's played hard here for NAU in the second. Turning back around. NAU gets a leg on it. We'll see. No, kicked out, they say, by GCU. Goal kick. Samadurov. Stepping up there was Valadez. Adrian Nix pulled down by Hawkins.
Well, and Nix, one of those goal scorers on this NAU side. She's got 1 goal on the season. An important part of this team. She did take a bit of a knock last Friday, didn't play in their Sunday game, but she's been out here today. And she's definitely one of those players, NAU, the Lumberjacks, they need to get her going offensively.
Sabrina Rodriguez. Ball in the box. Ball will make its way back to Blakely Frosch. Rivera, Mina, Benedetti, Briley Hawkins, goal scorers for GCU. Looking for their first victory of this young season are the Lopes. Eight to 2, you look at that. Shots on goal. Lopes enjoying some pleasant home field advantage here on this brand new field, this brand new pitch on the campus of Grand Canyon University. Yeah, and Cohen in the game for Benedetti. Free kick. Monteroso back in the game, late and out for GCU.
If I was Grand Canyon, well, doesn't matter. I'd do a quick restart and keep possession. I mean, that's a long ball you're trying to loft into the offensive third of the field, and it ends up just being a 50-50 in the air. And they've been so good possessing the ball around the back and switching fields. Just do a short ball and keep possession.
Andre Luciano, 16th season as head coach at NAU. Lumberjacks coming in 1-3 on the season. Frosch, oh! Collision there. Frosch gonna go back on a knee, and Lumberjacks player down. I don't know if Blakely got it in the head.
Well, Gonzalez, I think it's just a tough collision and a tough fall. I mean, they're both going for the ball there. And I think Ari Gonzalez kind of hit the ground with some force, and Blakely Frosch maybe
right in the nose.
Took something to the face.
That'll make your eyes water. Yeah, it looked like Gonzalez' right knee might have came very close. Let's see what the replay looks like. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, clipped her.
Hopefully more, you know, her thigh than her knee square in the face.
Abby Burton, the junior from Peoria, Arizona, getting loose on the sideline.
But that was a good opportunity right there for Gonzalez. I mean, a ball kind of errantly gets in behind the back line of Grand Canyon, something that hasn't happened much tonight. She just couldn't finish it off, but she was in the right spot.
Monteroso is looking for Alexis Roberts. Ball behind her. Nixt is down. Slow to get up.
We don't know what the knock was that she took last Friday or what injuries she may have been nursing. Good to see her back up.
See if we can see what happened. Ooh. Monteroso coming in. See some multiple substitutions now. And both teams. Addison Cox remains in the game. Householder in for NAU. Samadurov on the run. Cross. Nice.
Wow.
Knocked out. Beautiful cross.
Heather Donis with a nice cross on this right flank. Making a great run down the right side. And it all started from the right back position. Finding the width, and look at this ball. Blakely Frosch just maybe caught a little bit out of position. Watches it sail over her head. That's got to be a sick feeling as a goalkeeper, watching it just sail over your head. Nobody on the far post for NAU.
Free kick. NAU. Near side, over the head. Deep into the corner. Looking to protect it. Kept in by NAU. Kelsey Smith is there. Alexis Roberts. NAU. Porter. Rodriguez.
Oh, nice ball.
Very nice. With the touch just over the top. Was that Tatum Harris?
You can see the combination right there. That's what we know that NAU is completely capable of. This started from midfield. They switched fields. A nice run in behind, a slotted ball. Nix might have wanted to try that, pull that one out and find a teammate. That's a tough angle to score from. But right there, that possession, that combination play, that 2 or 3 passes, that's what NAU is completely capable of. We just haven't seen much of it tonight.
Ooh, looking to feed up to Ari Gonzalez. Roberts for GCU. There with Monterosso. Pulls down Shelby O'Connor. GCU with the kick. Right at midfield.
There we go.
That's what you wanted him to do.
Yeah, the quick restart, keep possession.
Mackenzie Cook. Far side, ball in the box. Dickman able to come out.
Dickman did a good job there coming off of her line. Doesn't give up a rebound. This is a good cross in. She stretches out and gets it and hangs on.
Monterosso.
Oops, just not on the same page.
Yancone. Donis circles at midfield. Mina has a goal tonight. Near side. Kept in by Roberts, just barely up past the touchline.
Went on that last defensive play at midfield, all of a sudden, 37, Fiona Samadura for the Lopes kind of came up limping. Looks like she's stretching out her calves a little bit. Wonder if she's cramping. I'll tell you right now, Coach Leader doesn't want her coming off the field. She's just been phenomenal. The freshman.
Kelsey Smith inching in. Moves to her left. Boy, they're not shutting her down. NAU. Garoos. Stopped by Fiona Samadura. Kelsey Smith blocked. Bennett turned around. Pushed back to Frosch. Catherine Yancone, North Canyon High School grad here in Phoenix. Looking for Fiona Samadurov moving up. As Derek Leader said, we might see her moving up. Let's send it to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, as the ball goes out during this game, you may have seen some young girls on at the sideline helping shag those balls. They are members of the AYSA. They have teamed up with GCU to really just stress the importance of community here and just the future these girls can have. They get to be out at this game. They're seeing what these college kids can do, and GCU also giving back to them, teaching them valuable lessons, teamwork and nutrition and fitness, and really just trying to tie the community so everyone can enjoy this new season.
Great partnership with GCU, the Arizona Youth Soccer Association. And those young ladies can see these college athletes in front of this crowd in this nice stadium and aspire to be in a GCU uniform or NAU uniform. One day themselves. Chantel DeRoos kicks back. Ooh, looking back door, kicked away by the Lopes.
Well, and how fortunate to live in a state where you have multiple options to go and watch some pretty quality Division I women's soccer.
Oh, Mina tried to get to that. Dickman kicked it away. Riley Hawkins. Pushing it back. Yan Cohn. Near the touchline, kicked out. Officials say it's NAU's. Anna Householder, Chandler, Arizona. Basha High School.
Wow, that's a bad throw. Like, how do you not blow the whistle on that? I don't understand that.
Well, free kick coming up, GCU.
See if they take my advice again. I'm feeling a long ball here. I'm not feeling a short.
Yeah, I feel a long ball too.
Yeah.
Jessica Valadez. Turned around, kicked out.
Whoops.
Ooh, back up, wow.
I think the referee is saying play on because Grand Canyon won the ball, but if they hadn't, and NAU had gotten that one, he would have called that foul back. Just kind of undercut her, not going for the ball.
Throw in coming up. Catherine Yancone. Those short drop throw-ins always seem to be the ones that a little suspect.
Yeah, because it's like, well, I'm only throwing it 5 feet, so I don't need to do the full motion, but you still do. I mean, legally, you're supposed to bring the ball back behind your head and follow through all the way. You can't release it early. I don't know why it's that big of a deal.
Corner coming up. Great shot from our jib camera. Coming right at you. Header. Hawkins just behind that far post.
In for NAU number 7.
GCU returned 9 starters from last year. Looking sharp this evening on their way to their first victory. Racinas looking for Monterosso. Hawkins inside, turned around, oh, offsides. Lagunas.
Just a step, maybe a half a step offside. But again, the movement from Grand Canyon along that back line, really slicing and dicing. And then how about the teammates finding them in those open spaces? Now, Dickman still came up with a big time save there with her feet, but Grand Canyon's movement off the ball in that offensive third of the field has been tremendous tonight.
Dickman gets it away. 5th offsides for GCU in the game. Lagunas knocked down there by Bennett. Near side, DeRoos. Bennett, near side, Shelby O'Connor.
You can hear the conversations out there. I just absolutely love field mics because in a game like this, you can hear the communication and the conversation. You can hear NAU, find feet, check the feet, play it on the ground. I mean, there's that conversation going on. They're wanting to do the right things technically and tactically. I think some of it is what Grand Canyon is doing to them that's preventing them from completing the passes and making the runs that they want to make.
Dewan Brown there, Bob Pockman, Matt Burke, Jeff Robertson, all part of this Cox production crew on CW6, bringing you all the sights and sounds. They won't miss a thing. I probably have missed 2 or 3, to be honest, but they never miss them. Luciano getting some players some minutes here, down by 4.
For NAU number 13, Hannah Wilbur. And 19, Adrian Nix.
122, 131, and 42, a career record. 52, 41, and 17 in the Big Sky Conference is Andre Luciano. Former Yavapai Community College standout. Oh! Attempt there by NAU. And he went on to Indiana. Went on to Big Ten championships at Indiana. Final 4 appearance. I think goalies have an edge in coaching. You have is there like a...
I think it just 100% depends on the player, not necessarily what position. Ooh, look at that. Almost a cheeky little dead ball with the head there. Opening up some space for Madison Wisely.
Knocked up into the entrance, player entrance. Throw in by Householder. Moved in. Good job by Cox heading it out. Looking for some space, kicking back. Next.
Well, she can isolate and take you 1v1. We saw a little glimpse of it right there. She had it on her left. Got the defender in the air when she cut it back to her right. Just not enough on that shot.
Bosch with a goal kick.
Good win.
First on the ball, NAU. Rachel Mina. Rodriguez. Shelby O'Connor with a little bit of space. And kick. Householder. Near side, ooh, just past the touchline. Back to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, what a night it has been for Kelsey Smith. And, you know, I asked Coach Leader what some surprises have been for him in this early season and the preseason. And he said exactly that it was Kelsey. He said watching her out there, she's about 100 pounds, out there battling every ball, making things happen. We saw her get a lot of touches tonight, creating opportunity out there. And he said she didn't play the first game, but she has started since, really just earning a spot out there, earning a role, going out there, setting an example for her team, and they're really rallying behind her because they see the effort she puts in for every play.
Ooh. Assist in the game. Heidi's flying, falling everywhere. Kick coming up for GCU.
Well, and I think a player like Kelsey Smith, as Kate just alluded to, you have to have players that buy into the new system and buy into the idea of the effort and the energy, and it's going to take a little bit extra. You may feel uncomfortable at practice some days because of the way he is pushing them to their limits and beyond their limits, and something maybe they haven't been used to. And she's one of those players who's been doing that, and then everyone else can kind of follow suit. Everyone wants to win.
Header, all crossbar. Rebound, goal, Monterosso. Cleaning up after the shot hit the crossbar, Maria Monterosso. GCU 5-0.
Well, welcome back, Monterosso, but it starts with a nice lofted ball in. What a win on the header there by Briley Hawkins. And again, Grand Canyon not giving up on the play. The play isn't over till it's over. The second effort, Monterosso coming off the ACL from last season, getting back into form, and what a way to get some confidence. I'll tell you right now, I don't think either side saw this scoreline coming tonight.
What a big confidence boost for GCU. Great lift for first-year head coach and Derek Leader as we take another look.
Well, a nice ball lofted in with some backspin on it. Briley Hawkins getting on it. Megan Dickman does her best to try to jump up and get a tip on it. Falls to Monterosso, who's doing the follow-up dirty work and finishes it. There is something to be said for never giving up on a play, and I would say 3 of their 5 goals tonight have been just that.
Trying to turn, a corner kick will be the result. Rachel Mina picking up an assist. She's got a goal and 2 assists for Rachel Mina. Anna Goebel. Out of corner. Soft in the box. Too far over the head of Carly George. Wisely. Up and out.
Well, you could see the sense of urgency there from NAU. I mean, they're down 5-0 in the 87th, 88th minute, and they rushed forward to get on that short dead ball to try to get in on the attack and get something. So it's late in this match, and they're trailing, but there hasn't been a lack of effort or energy on their side.
Free kick coming up for GCU. Both teams getting a number of players in the game. Emma Kane for GCU, Port Moody, British Columbia native. NAU tried to sneak that one in there, and it's going to be the Lopes throw in. Knocked out by NAU, Hannah Householder. Corner kick, GCU. Both teams working hard. You see the players, their mouths are open. One won't make it.
One
89th minute.
1 minute remaining in regulation.
1 minute left to go in regulation. GCU coming out, dominating fashion, about to win their first game of the season.
What a way to go into the rest of the holiday weekend and training, and man, everything just always looks brighter when you win, and when you win in this fashion, makes waking up the next day to head back to the field and practice a little bit easier.
Northern Colorado coming up for Derek Leader. Assistants Mallory Rutledge, Jordan Day. Congratulations to them, their first victory here at GCU.
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds remaining, nailed it.
7, 6.
Count it down.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Grand Canyon University with a decisive 5-0 victory over Northern Arizona University. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll have our player of the game and wrap it up from GCU Stadium. 5-0, the Lopes over the Lumberjacks on CW6.
There's a swell of excitement at GCU as the Lopes gear up for their season and they're ready for action. The only NCAA D1 men's soccer team in the state will dominate the field at our brand new state-of-the-art 6,000-seat soccer stadium. Former MLS Coach of the Year, head soccer coach Shellis Hyman, leads this all-star squad at the epicenter for soccer in the state. Come catch all the family-friendly excitement. Games will sell out. Get your GCU season tickets today at lopestickets.com.
Hey Phoenix, it's Thunder Dan Marley, head coach at Grand Canyon University. Coming to GCU was a great move for me. Join Antelope Nation by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors in small classroom settings where you can get the support you need to excel. Scholarships available. See you on campus. Go Lopes.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening. Grand Canyon University's newly remodeled golf course is thriving in the heart of Phoenix, featuring over 7,200 yards of expansive tees and tree-lined fairways, signature par 3s, greenside bunkers, premium greens, and a brand new clubhouse and restaurant. Experience a University Championship golf course this summer with great rates as low as $15 available now. Book your tee times at gcugolf.com.
Back at GCU Stadium, the Lopes over the Lumberjacks 5-0. Barry Butel alongside Kindred East St. Aubin. Wow, it was a decisive victory for GCU, their first win of the season, and well, you mentioned it late stages of the game, one outcome I don't think either coach probably anticipated.
Well, and I think the Lopes just absolutely going to be fired up to go into their next training session, their next match, and of course their next home game, because the environment here was just phenomenal tonight.
Time now to tell you who our player of the game is, and she's from the Lopes, Anissa De Vera.
Well, and just a player that had an impact right from the get-go. She ended up scoring a goal on the night, but it was more just about her effort, always in the right place at the right time. This team, time and time again, did not give up on every single ball. NAU couldn't find a way to clear it, but most of the time it was because De Vera was right there pressuring. She caused a deflection, she gets the goal, and again, making great runs in behind. You can just see the look in her eye. Every time she's going for that ball, she had one thing in mind, that was getting to the ball and trying to finish. She was on the end of things, creating, helping out defensively. There was just no quit in this entire team tonight. It was unbelievable the effort they put forth.
It has to be a huge confidence boost for Derek Leader, his first victory as the head coach here at GCU. Big one as they roll in now to the rest of their schedule. They got Northern Colorado coming up. And for Andre Luciano, his team, 26 of 36 underclassmen. They've got some growing pains, obviously, to go through.
Well, and I think the good thing is we all know what Luciano is capable of at NAU. They've had a lot of success at that program. This was a tough night for them, but they're going to head up back the hill and I'm sure get right back to work.
All right, great win for GCU. 5-0 the final score. We want you to join us again coming up October 8th. We'll return right here to GCU Stadium when the men's soccer team battles in action, 6:30 p.m. when they're in action, led by head coach Shellis Hyman as they host the Falcons from the Air Force Academy in a Western Athletic Conference matchup. The Lopes pregame show starts at 6:30, kickoff at 7. GCU men's soccer on CW6. That'll do it from GCU Stadium, where the Lopes beat the Lumberjacks 5-0. Please join us again, as I mentioned, October 8th. GCU men's soccer. They host Air Force Academy. Coverage starts at 6:30 on CW6. For Kindred East St. Aubin, Kate Longworth, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful holiday weekend.
Our company is Comfortpedic Inc. We're a local mattress company here. It's a small family business that my dad started. Now we are providing the dorm mattresses to the most recent dorms here at GCU. One of my professors, he was a professor for my junior year, Paul Waterman, he was the one that started everything. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. I came up with a short presentation, a very quick business pitch. I presented Dr. Gibb with my company history, and he loved it. So first we started with the hotel mattresses. Brett Courtwhite was very helpful, and everything ran smoothly. From there, we began with the dorm mattresses. We asked them what exactly they were looking for in a dorm mattress, and that's when we started to come up with a prototype. We brought in one of the mattresses that GCU currently has. We opened it up. We saw where they needed improvement and what we could do best to maximize a better prototype. And we came up with the mattresses that we have now, and after that everything ran pretty smoothly, thankfully. You can see the community thriving along with GCU, and just the fact that GCU was willing to buy locally from a company that's only 10 minutes away, you can tell that they really want the community to grow with them. I'm very proud to say I'm a Lope, and I tell it to everyone, go to GCU, Lopes up. I'm very, very proud.
Is it true you don't have a set starting lineup yet?
Probably pretty true.
Okay.
You got 19 of them, you got some time to figure it out. I got 2 spots that'll fluctuate depending where we start. So.
Okay. Oh, so you're center right side, you're running 6.
Could be center right side, or it could be a DS for a left.
Okay. So it depended on the coin flip.